Good evening. I'm Stephen Maxwell, and I want to be the next Tennessee governor, your Tennessee governor. And I am on here again to try and compel you to please vote for me because I want to make some changes. Now, I know you have heard change for years and years and years and years, but the changes that I want to make are drastic. Our veterans are suffering. Our veterans' widows and orphans, children, even grown, are suffering because they're seeing their veteran father or veteran mother dying. They're seeing their the widow of the veteran, the widower of the veteran passing away. Medicine is hard to get to. Medicine is hard to pay for. People are hard to transport. It's hard to get them up and down. It's getting tough that the nursing home bills are running one by one by one. And I'm here to tell you that the state of Tennessee needs to set up a Veterans Health Clinic. It needs to set up the State of Tennessee Veterans Administration Hospital, where these people can come and have diamonds thrown at their feet, not literally, but diamonds thrown at their feet because they have served their country and served it honorably. Here's what I want to do. For all those who were served under honorable conditions, service-connected disability from 0 to 100%, the disabled veterans, of course, and the widow, the widower, and the orphan. These are the people that the Honorable Abraham Lincoln said that the Veterans Administration was for. Now, let's give them their benefits. They served honorably, especially the retired, especially those who gave their limbs or gave their life or have passed away as a veteran, and their widow is now being given a hard time over DD-214s or regular paperwork of, what is that called? Retirement papers. Come on. Really? You're going to give the ones who helped us stay out of talking Japanese or German or saying hiya, 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 or bombing us. They were between us and the enemy. You're going to tell those that sacrificed their time, their family, and their future to serve this country from 4 to 20 years or from 1 to 4 years, you're literally going to do this. This is absolutely ignorant. Absolutely ignorant. So the state of Tennessee is going to open up its own Veterans Administration. Its doctors, its nurses, it'll even have lawyers. So please try and cross the line of a veteran because, friend, the lawyers will be right there for them. And I'm going to be sure of it. And I'm going to be sure that the Tennessee can even be sued. I'm going to give full permission. When I'm governor, I'm giving full permission. I'm opening the doors. If Tennessee has done veterans wrong, I am opening the doors. I am giving full permission, full executive order that Tennessee can be sued because it deserves to be sued. These are our warriors. These are people who gave their time, gave their effort, gave their life, spilled their blood, both on Iwo Jima and Vietnam and Iran and Iraq and Afghanistan, and possibly soon Israel. And right here at home, they served right here at home too. Whether in peacetime or wartime, they gave of their time, they gave of their effort. They sacrificed time away from family, away from friends, away from upbringing of children. And now we're treating them like trash. This is absolutely ridiculous. And it needs to stop. It really, really needs to stop. I'm getting hot under the collar, so I'm going to turn on a fan. People are not realizing the damage that they are doing. It is absolutely ridiculous, and it needs to stop. You are damaging people's reputation. You are making Tennessee look like an absolute fool. And it's stupid, an absolute clown. And it's wrong. It's wrong. If you'd really like to find out how I stand, you can find out at Maxwell for TN Governor 2022.vistaprintdigital.com. And you can scroll through everything that the ideas that I stand for. Healthcare, that's another thing. Too many doctors, too many nurses, too many urgent care, too many hospitals. You're taking advantage of way too many people. You're taking advantage of Medicare way too much, and Tennessee Medicaid, or TennCare, as it's called. It will be called Tennessee 40 Disabled. If and when not if, but when I'm elected to be governor. This is absolutely wrong, and it needs to be corrected. People's licenses need to be absolutely demolished, because they're treating people like they're second-class citizens. Tennessee residents in Tennessee are first-class citizens, and Tennessee residents in Tennessee get served absolutely first. Absolutely first. Tennessee constituents get served on the telephone in my office absolutely first, because it is wrong to make anybody feel like they are second class. That is bullying, and it is wrong. And I, for one, am tired of it. The next thing that I'm tired of is corrupt law enforcement, and I'm going to fix that. I'm going to attempt to make a department of commission and commission the state commissioner as a sheriff police commissioner. And he is going to hire a whole bunch of deputies, and those deputies are going to go through all 95 counties. And friend, folks are going to start quitting real fast, and I don't care. If they cannot show the paperwork that I require by executive order through the state commissioner, no, you're not going to have a job. I refuse. I refuse. If you can't pass a physical fitness test, forget you. No, it won't happen. You got 2 Fridays, you got twice to try and attain a physical fitness test and pass it. And I want it passed with flying colors, or you're out. You are out. I want paperwork in order. I want credit score of 600. I want you to be non-corrupt, and I want you to be the law enforcement Tennessee needs to be. And if you cannot do community relations within your department, shut it down. God bless it. I'll put a security guard people in there, and they can be community relations, because if they're getting $100 an hour, guess what? They can sure start shaking some hands and hugging some necks and kissing on some babies and making sure everybody's all right. I was told by a city manager that a certain city police officers go around and pass out their business cards and shake their hands. They ain't shook my hand one time, and they ain't handed me a business card one time. And there needs to be a different shirt on the community relations too. Yellow is always friendly. You may look like a bumblebee or a brownie, but yellow is always friendly. You don't need to put community relations officers in police uniforms. You need complete different uniforms, and that's what I would require. If I see or if I feel that a county, if in my opinion, it comes to my attention, in my opinion, that the county or the city is attaining criminal syndication, in other words, they're trying to be a mob, it's time to break it up. It's time to stop the state appropriations until they do break it up. And I want full confession, and I want resignation, and I want to hear them say they're guilty. If not, the state appropriations stop. And then martial law is called, or a declaration of emergency is called, because we have people who are corrupt. I will declare a state of emergency upon the counties and states, because folks don't know how to run a county and a state. So the military MPs need to run it. And if anybody leaves the town, they leave everything behind. They leave their bank accounts. The U.S. Treasury gets the money back. The county gets the property back. They lose their deeds automatically. So it's time to buckle down. It really is. What are we supposed to do? Okay. Crime is rampaging. Drugs is rampaging. Illegal alcohol is rampaging. Illegal tobacco is rampaging. Specifically marijuana. And that CBD stuff, it's going out of the state too. I want to lift up the ages, required ages, to smoke and to drink. To smoke, you need to be 21. To drink, you need to be 25. And no other shall enter those establishments. If you're not 21 or 25 where they sell tobacco or alcohol, you cannot enter. If you have people entering that store, then the owner's in trouble, the sheriff is in trouble, and the ABC agent over that place is in trouble with my state police sheriff commissioner. There will be investigations as to why they can't stop people from coming in that store who do not look 21 and 25. And if they do come in, there needs to be two doors, one where they come in and one where they're caught like a spider. And they cannot escape. They are detained. And they need to go directly to jail. And I don't mean maybe. I don't care if they're teenagers. I don't care if they're of age adults. I don't even care if they're middle school kids. Middle school kids start this trash. Oh, I need to smoke. And oh, I need to drink. And oh, I need to do this. And oh, I need to do that. No, we're not going to do that. Your peer pressure days are over when you enter the prison system, because you're going to want to be alone. You're not going to want to be friends. You're going to want to be alone. You're going to want to be left alone. And I guarantee you the next time when you get out of that prison system, if you ever get out, that you'll never want another drink or smoke another cigarette in your life. I will personally guarantee it. To slow down the DUIs and DWIs, I will be putting out an order that from Friday to Monday, nobody can buy any alcohol and nobody can buy cigarettes. I'm gonna put a stop to it. We're going to see DUIs fall. I want to see DUIs fall. I want to see DWIs fall. Elsewise, jobs are going to be pulled. I want to see them fall. And I don't mean begging. I want statistics to fall. I want education graduation to rise. And I want statistics of DUI, DWI, and drug use illegally to fall. Right now, we have a law that states if they're not carrying around the bottle that has the prescription in it with the doctor's notation on it, that it's illegal to carry around a pill. Well, that's entrapment, and it needs to stop. Anything considered entrapment in court, I'm going to order to be thrown out, because your 4th, 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, in my opinion, are being violated. If it's not a weapons charge, if it ain't a drug charge, if it's not illegal aliens, if it's not a sex offense, then if it's not a weapons offense charge or a weapons offense, a sex offense, or illegal alien offense, it's really not going to affect me one way or the other, because all weapons offenders, all sex offenders, all illegal aliens, and the civil union people, man married to man, woman married to woman, are going to be hitting state line. Prisoner's choice what state they want to cross over into. But it's done. Why am I continually telling you this? I want this to help you. All these people with charges on them, with convictions on them, with weapons and sexual molestation of children and sexually robbing women of their peace of mind, and having someone who wants to lord over folks who love the same sex. They want to lord over folks. They want to rule over people. They want to hold their child even past 18 years of age. They want to rule the 18-year-old or above child. And yes, I've seen it happen. And it's wrong. And I've seen them treat their lovers exactly like slaves. They can't even pick up a pen for the opposite sex because it's cheating on their partner. And if they try to run, the alpha male or the alpha female goes and hunts them down, and either they return with them or they kill them on the spot. This is why these dudes, these dudettes or things, even of a transsexual nature and transvestite nature, need to hit the road. Usually I'll tell a lot of people where and when I do security, I'll tell them to hit the sidewalk. No, they're going to hit the road. They're even going to hit the state line, because I'm not having that. It's abusive to other individuals. It's abusive to the minor children, and it's not going to happen. It's abusive to adult children, and it's not going to happen. You cannot hold, now let me say this, you cannot hold an 18-year-old prisoner unless you're law enforcement and you have probable cause and a warrant that they have broke the law. That is absolutely stupid. Do not hold an 18-year-old and older, and soon in my administration will be 16. Do not hold an 18-year-old and older prisoner. They can charge you with a crime. And sometimes kidnapping ends up to be in the chair because you kill them. And that's awful wrong. Even death by being scared, it's still murder. They may lower it to involuntary manslaughter, but you still killed somebody. And it's wrong. It's very, very wrong. The State Sheriff Police Commissioner will be in charge of overseeing and investigating all police, all city, county, state officials who are in law enforcement officers. They will also at times investigate city, county, and state elected leaders, save of course me, and ask the tough questions and look over some paperwork that a lot of people never thought that they would look over. If you go on my website, Maxwell for Tennessee Governor 22, at vistaprintdigital.com, you're going to see the EOs that I want to sign. I will be scanning them in and I will be putting them on the website. Here comes soon, probably not today because I'm quite tired. But here comes soon, you'll be seeing the EOs that I want to sign. And you'll see them for lots of reasons, because I want you informed. I want you to vote. I'd like you to vote for me, but I want you to get out and vote. I want the millennials to vote that are now 18 and 19 years old. I want you to vote. And I want to give those who are 15, 16, and 17, those who are of our upcoming voters, I want to give them the reason to vote too. Because it's necessary, because it's very needful, because your voice needs to be heard. Because the leaders who are sitting there, if they're not doing the job that you think they need to be doing, you need to unseat them and put somebody there that you think and you probably know will do their job. Let me tell you something. When I write something down, when I say something is going to happen, when I put it on a website, it happens. When I tell somebody I'm going to do something, I get on the phone and I do something about it. If you feel you've been wrong, don't go to your city and county elected officials, because they're not going to do a God-blessed thing about it. Go to the state officials. Get something done. It's time to pull the big dogs in when the little chihuahuas do not want to do a God-blessed thing, but stand out in the street and say, oh, my people don't know, my people don't know, my people don't know. Or some of these elected officials in the city and the county say, oh, I'm not the big boss. I'm not over them. You need to find out how you can be the big boss. You need to find out how you can be over them. Or you need to find a big boss to do the job for you. You need to find an elected official that'll sweep up the trash, that'll throw folks out of office, that'll impeach them and remove them from office, because you need to get a backbone. I'm speaking to the elected officials now. You elected officials need to get a God-blessed backbone, because some of these citizens do not understand politics, and you take advantage of that. And you, ma'am, or you, sir, are wrong for doing that. You are taking advantage of the constituents. You're taking advantage of children. You're taking advantage of the elderly, and you're taking advantage of the middle-aged, and you're taking advantage of the upcoming generation, and you are wrong. You are absolutely wrong. And you need to be prosecuted for that trash. You are exploiting the government, and you are exploiting constituents. And the last time I looked, exploitation was against the law. And it's time somebody take you by the hand, and it's time somebody put some bracelets on your wrists, and it's time somebody prosecutes you, those who are not your family, those who are not your friends, and those who are not your lovers, and those who you have not bought off in federal court, by a jury of 12 peers to find you guilty and throw your fat rear in the slammer for 25 years. Because you know you have done wrong, you know you have not done your job, and you know the county and city commissions act just like tyrants, and they're wrong for that too. It's time to change the charter, or it's time to close down the government. Every city and county government that cannot change their charter after 200 years are nothing but a bunch of lazy dogs. And I'm saying this with a full heart. You are lazy, 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 and you lack the power of tyrannical duties. You want to stay in office and stay in office and stay in office and stay in power, and nothing ever changes. Well, let me tell you something. That's where the state appropriation needs. Well, you can't go to Bora Bora, and you can't go to Hawaii, and you can't go to the Bahamas. That's something else that I need to executive order on. If the money is not being used for city or county needs, not pleasures, the money can't be spent at all. That's exactly what needs to be done. And if you're being paid more than it's said for you to be paid, friend, you're stealing from the city or county government treasury. You're a thief and a liar, and you need thrown in the prison cells. And I'm just the one to do it for you. When I become Tennessee governor, there's going to be so many open investigations, it's going to make your head spin. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Why am I letting 16-year-olds off the hook, off their education? Because if they can go get a job and they can go get a car and they can obligate themselves to insurance and they can obligate themselves to a paycheck, let's obligate them to be U.S. citizens. Let's let them make some decisions. They're always telling mom and dad, I hear teenagers all the time, you're ruining my life, you're ruining my life, you're ruining my life. I'll show you what a ruined life looks like. I'll let you vote. I'll let you have a handgun. I'll let you have a handgun permit. I'll let you sit on a peer of juries. I'll let you be able to stand trial for your crimes as an adult. And we'll put you in a prison cell with Lord knows who when you're convicted. And then you don't have them rights anymore. Because now you have to spend all that time that's been laid down on you in the prison system. Mommy and daddy are not responsible for you. Nobody's coming to see you because nobody wants a thing to do with you when you're in prison. That's the funny thing about it. Everybody wants you to commit a crime. Everybody wants you to do the crime for them. Everybody wants to see you go to prison, but when it comes to them, they're turning in state's evidence. Does that sound like a friend to you? That's absolutely ridiculous. And then the individual gets out of prison and goes right back to them people. You don't need to be doing that. Stay away from felonious people. Stay amongst yourself. Learn how to live with yourself before you learn how to follow after criminals. And I'll tell every gangbanger under the sun, you will be in jail. You may be 14, 15, 16, 17 years old, but down the way, you'll probably be in the electric chair. You'll probably be in the gas chamber. And your mama and your daddy crying their eyes out, blowing their horn on their face. Because you decided at 14, 15, and 16 years old, oh, you're doing it in my life. Oh, you're doing it in my life. Well, I'm going to give you a chance as Tennessee governor to let you ruin your life. Okay? The school's ruining my life. The mom and daddy's ruining my life. The principal's ruining my life. I can't date this one. I can't date that one. There's a reason mom and daddy don't want you to date this one and that. There's a reason for curfew. There's a reason mom and daddy say when them lights come on, it's time to come in the house. Now listen to me. What does a 16-year-old child need to be doing out after dark? Please tell me this. See why it's 18 years of age in Tennessee? But I'm going to lower it. I'm going to lower it to 16 years of age. People may think I'm absolutely nuts. People may think I'm absolutely crazy. I'm even going to make every preacher diplomatically immune in the state, as long as they can show they're a pastor, a religious leader, an organization. I sure am. No police, no state police, no county sheriff, no local police, not even TBI will be allowed on duty or for the purpose of their job or to serve papers in a church unless they're attending church for worship. No, absolutely not. I'm making the pastor ambassador, no matter who pastor is, or the religious leader ambassador, and they can come directly to me and tell me what the problem is. And if I have to, the National Guard will be called out. License plates are absolutely free for them. Permanent diplomatic immunity. They can park anywhere they want to. They can never be questioned. They can never be pulled over. They can never be arraigned in court. They can never go up for interviews for police officers. Handcuffs or shackles can never be placed on them. They'll never see the light of. They'll never see the inside of a prison cell. They'll never see a jail as long as my administration is going. Now that is not political rhetoric. That is an honest to God truth. Education will go 90 days, and all except federal holidays will go 90 days, and then 30 days you'll have off. April, August, and December. April will be your spring break. August will be your summer fall break, and December will be your holiday break. Don't put it all into one little month. Whatever the federal government says, then you get off for the federal government holidays also. Press corps will be 3,000 feet away from all state buildings because I don't want cameras and microphones shoved up in my face. Okay? And like I said, anybody caught doing criminal syndication in a city, your money's done. Your money's done for the entire time that I'm governor. There were a few more things that I wanted to get to, and then I'll sign off. I have made up, how many were there? 17 executive orders that will be placed on the website, Maxwell for Tennessee Governor 22 at vistaprintdigital.com. I thought of a few more while I was doing this. Murder will not be done. If murder is done in Tennessee, those involved will be escorted by the state police and Tennessee National Guard. They will be escorted by parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, and the father of the child will be escorted out of Tennessee, along with doctors, lawyers, judges, nurses, emergency personnel, including fire, EMT, and police involved, to the Tennessee state line and consider their medical or law enforcement certification, EMT certification, in the state of Tennessee and state of Tennessee employment indefinitely suspended and null and void for the murder, one, arrest and or conviction for feloniously and willfully with malicious intent, first-degree murder of an unborn baby in a mother's womb, and the attempted first-degree murder of the mother of the baby. Now that is what I call Executive Order number 17, and that is called Anti-Kill Enforcement Creation Inauguration Order. It's not going to happen anymore. If it's inside the mama, then it's done. I hope I make myself very clear. Very clear. You want to see the executive orders that I'd like to sign, that I'd like to make law in Tennessee? Maxwell, Maxwell, for FOR, Tennessee, or TN, Governor, GOVERNOR, 2022, Vistaprint, VISTAPRINT, digital, DIGITAL.com. No HTTPS in front. If you have questions, concerns, or comments, please be professional, please be adult, no cuss words or nothing like that, because I'm going to answer them for you. SM029684@gmail.com or StephenMaxwell40@gmail.com. You can also fax me 731-438-3605 between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. and of course between noon and 8 whenever this comes to your mailbox. These here will be coming to your mailbox pretty soon. It is the threefold explaining everything and explaining why I'm prohibiting stuff or why I'm about to sign some things as the governor of Tennessee when elected. You'll also receive something that looks like this in the mail, and it's already packaged up. It's got my face on it, my address, and the candidate website address there. Maxwell for Tennessee Governor 2022.vistaprintdigital.com. Okay, so be sure and be looking for one of these because they'll be in your mailbox here pretty soon. It will have an explanation. It will have the copy of where I have said I would run for governor. It has modification. It has the modification and vote for Maxwell for governor in there. It also has some beautiful business, a beautiful business card in there. So something you can keep as keepsakes if you like. This will be coming in the mail. Okay, they're really beautiful business cards. If you'd like me to send you one with my signature on it, you tell me what you want said, and I will autograph these for you. Okay, I'll if I have more of these, I'll autograph it for you too. Tell me you want it autographed. I'll mail it to you autographed. Okay. Okay, it'll be say to my dearest friends, and then it'll have my signature. Okay, so I have no problem with that whatsoever. Well, this is Stephen Courtney Maxwell asking you to vote me for your Tennessee governor in 2022. And I do hope you have a very, very nice and blessed rest of your Monday. Bless you. God bless. Bye-bye.